winter season. Four-wheel driving in here a little bit to Monte Cristo. Tony Grove. Tony Grove. Monte Cristo's a ways away from here. But we heard that they drain this lake. The Grove, the pond, goes from here all the way around back into the airways. But never been up here in the winter. It's actually not too bad as far as temperature. There's the restrooms here. There's some trailheads that actually go up in there. You go up in about 7 miles up in there, and there is goes up through there, and then it drops down behind those cliffs, and there's another lake up in there, White Pine Lake. So anyway, come here for a little walk. There's a ridge, huge parking lot here. It's just an honor pay, but not so much in the winter. So here's your signage for people who are interested in that. So the story behind Tony Grove is a lot of locals back in the 1800s. People worked their way up in here, and back in the late 1800s, people would come up here, and especially the wealthy. It's called Tony because of the rich people who used to come up in here and for getaway for weeks and stuff. And so the particular family, the Thatchers there, if you can read that, were known as the Tonys. They're Victorian socialites and stuff like that. Anyway, this was their kind of escape area. They got away for weeks, fun. And now everybody gets away here for weeks in the fun. There's also campgrounds up in those pine trees. There's a road down here further that goes up into some campgrounds that loop around up in there, and then you can access the lake from there as well. We've been here before camping for a couple days on a weekend years ago. Lots of there's elk and moose and deer and all kinds of wildlife up in here. I don't know if we're getting bad wind here, hopefully not, but I'm trying to protect the phone from the breeze so you don't get bad wind in there. But there's a berm that kind of goes all the way along here. You can walk around. There's actually a trail that goes all the way around the lake and hooks back up in here. Hooks back up with the other trails. So, but the water is usually, they've lowered it. The water's usually up to about right here, all the way around on a low year. Sometimes it's been up to here, but so they've drained it down quite a bit. This is the lowest I've ever seen it. So sometimes they're doing that to fix the reservoir. There's a small reservoir right in there that lets, drains the water for irrigation and whatnot. But love this kind of country. You can see lots of, I don't know if you can see it, but there's lots of animal tracks, game trails coming out through there. A bunch of them coming down out of the cliffs as well. Some just the falling snow, but this is a huge snowmobiling area as well. I don't know if there's any ice fishing. I imagine there might be, because there is fish in this lake. It's a fun place to come out here, and most people, when the water's clear up here, gets up into those bushes, most people, if you're bringing a canoe or kayaks up in here or paddleboards, they dock right in that area there and cruise around it. But it's a beautiful lake in the summer. Really clear water. You can see down inside the lake pretty deep. Might be able to see here a little bit better how far back that goes in. Not quite, but it goes way back in there a bit. Here's the reservoir drainage here. There's that wind again. I was recording on my phone. I kind of wish that Samsung would make it so you can plug a microphone into your earbud spot. It doesn't do, you can, but it doesn't do stereo. And I just don't like the sound quality like that. So wish they'd do that. Otherwise there's no way to record stereo on your phone except for using the built-in mic. So I think we're probably gonna just go around this far, as you can see here. It goes, loops around there, comes back around, or you can walk along the shore here. Like I said, this actually goes up and then drops down on another side over there, and beautiful back in there. Been hiking and backpacking back in there a couple of times. I'll have to do maybe a video someday on that, but anyway, cool and beautiful country. There's some people, there's some hiking trails up there. You can see that. There's some switchbacks that go right up through there. There's some of these trails that you see coming up through here are actually footprints. Some of it was game, but I can see some trails going up in there. My phone, I think I bumped the button, cut off a little bit, but there's probably some game and some people trails. Some of those footprints I've seen are too big for animals alone, snowshoers. There is cross country. A lot of people come up here cross country skiing as well. So that gate that we as we pulled off the main road and turn left, and you go straight into some campgrounds, or turn left and all the switchbacks coming up in here that we took. That one of the first areas there's a gate. They close the gate, and this becomes a pretty popular place for snowmobiling and snowshoeing and cross-country skiing, and obviously it's not commercialized, but people just come up in here and cross-country ski and snowshoe in and do winter camping. So we're just checking this place out a little bit on our way up to we're going to do another one here on some Bear Lake beaches. We're going to try to do another tour of some of those, but thought wanted to swing by here, Tony Grove, on the way up. Video of that. I've done a video before here, but we lost the video somewhere. Couldn't find it, so doing this again. Anyway, hope you enjoy this beautiful country up here. Checking it out. Guess I wanted to show you something too. I'm going to flip this around and show you one of the t-shirts that we've got going now. Let me flip this. Alright, so I'm wearing one of the new Acting Out t-shirts. You can see here, circle, it's got the logo there in the middle. Anyway, big circle, it's got some mountains and some just 4 element kind of things, water and deer and elk. And anyway, I'm going to show you that t-shirt that we got, and you can check them out on our website. Okay, so just an update here. My wife was noticing this, but if you look up on the mountains there where I saw the game trails, I'm going to zoom in here best I can a little bit here. But we noticed as we look closer that some of the, get my finger here, sorry it's really close, but some of the off the trails up there is tracks of skiing. So some of it, what we got up here is people coming up in here and backcountry skiing down some of these areas. If you're going to do the backcountry skiing, this is actually a fairly good time to do it. The snow's not too deep, not bad enough, I don't think, to cause an avalanche yet, but there's some backcountry ski tracks over there. I thought that was pretty cool. Wanted to share some of that. Always, if you're coming up here doing some backcountry skiing off ridges like that, make sure to check the Utah does a daily thing on forecasting on avalanche danger and the slopes that are the most dangerous and stuff. But this is a good time of the year if you want to come up and get some early tracks. This is a good time of year to do it. So thought that was cool.